The junkyard.
Yep. Welcome to the junkyard. Okay. It's your host, or one of your three hosts, Matthew Norton. And I guess I'll do a quick intro since this is, in fact, our first episode. Go to the University of Arizona, and I study chemical engineering. We'll move on to our next host, Kaden.
Oh, that's gonna be me next. Okay.
Our little child goes next.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My name's Caden, as he said. Go to University of Hawaii, so that's pretty cool. And I am currently undecided.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm your third and coolest host.
Okay.
Noah. I go to Syracuse University in New York, and I'm a dual major in creative writing and law.
Yeah, he's a little accuser. Okay.
Whoa.
So without further
Oh,
ado, we'll start talking about our first segment, which is the new Lord of the Rings trailer.
Oh yeah.
which I didn't even know this was a thing.
Specifically the War of the Rohirrim one, not the other show.
Yeah, the rings, the crappy Rings of Power show.
We won't even mention it by name. The capital O other show.
Yeah, the Voldemort-esque show. It's so bad, but not even in the good
shall
way.
Not be named.
Yeah, and
Well, then,
that's the new season's just as bad as the last one. Don't go watch it.
okay.
Don't waste your money.
Are we gonna tell
Even
them
though
what
it's free, don't even waste your time.
Let's just get to our first.
Are we gonna
Let's
tell
get to
them?
our first
Are we gonna
topic.
tell them what this show's about?
No, because we'll
get to it.
Yeah, we'll get
Let's
to it.
we'll
We'll
just
tell
pull
us
it
what
up
it's
first.
about. I mean, we don't even know what it's about. Have you seen the trailer?
No, I mean our show.
Oh,
Oh
Not
yeah,
the
I guess.
trailer.
I don't know. I guess basically we just talk about things.
Yeah, talking's fun.
Yeah,
Talk about mostly media. I think is the plan.
yeah,
I'm
mostly.
sure
I mean,
it'll evolve.
we'll take viewer suggestions if y'all are listening.
As long as
Oh.
it's cool.
Oh, we
As long
have
as they're cool
we have
suggestions.
viewers, and we'll have guests on.
Yeah,
Eventually,
we'll have
at
guests
some
on.
point.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
get Darth Biden on.
What?
What,
Darth Biden.
bro? Nope. We can't have any political vitriol here.
I think it would be funny though.
No, I mean you can't just call him Darth Biden
What do you mean?
because then we're limiting.
It's his
our
ultra
viewer count.
ego.
Oh. I see
Yeah,
what
there
you're
you
saying.
go. Basically, for people who don't know, this show is going to take place pre the Hobbit movies, and
Quite a while.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and if you've seen the Rings of Power show, it's actually going to take place after that.
Like how far after? Is it like a?
It's
I
like
Close enough.
think
Where it's
This is-
600 years, maybe.
Oh,
you
okay.
know. Time passes really fast, like kind of
Yeah.
like biblically in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So like certain things happen, and then it skips a couple hundred years, and certain things happen. So it's not like completely like the same type of thing. You know what I mean? It's not like as long as you think it is.
It's because
Yeah,
everyone,
it's-
all the important people at this time are like elves, and they live a long time. So
Got it.
Okay.
and the dwarves, I guess. But
Yeah, we
So,
know
we'll
start
start
this
it.
stuff.
Something that I've been like looking at is that this is like very like Castlevania looking, and like Blood of Zeus, like that's like the anime
animation
style. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting that Peter Jackson is making this film, or like
He's
has a
producing.
part in producing it. Yeah.
Well,
Because it just doesn't seem like something like this. It wouldn't seem like he would want to make something in this style. Like if you look at the Lord of the Rings movies, it was very like hands-on. All the effects there were like no CGI. It was very
Well, there was CGI.
well like he tried to not use as much CGI as possible. Like because he could have used CGI with like, for example, the catapults in the third movie and stuff like that with the fire, but he did not. Fun fact. So
I mean, CGI is different than animation, so this is like a
yeah, but
different
the fact
sphere.
that he didn't use that much with like hint at he wouldn't make an animation. I don't know. I
But
just
with
wouldn't
the
describe
Hobbit
them to you.
movies, he did use a lot of CGI, so it's like not like out of character, I suppose.
Hmm.
All right, you can unpause it.
All Middle-earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring. But 200 years before that...
Riders of the Mark! Brothers of Rohan!
So I think it's interesting that they're pulling so much. Like, I feel like they're sort of nostalgia baiting here with like showing the Lord of the Rings movies and then the King's speech before the Rohirrim charge
Mm-hmm.
in the third movie. So I think that's interesting. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, but I'm personally not a fan
I think
of
what's
that.
supposed to be doing in this trailer is it's supposed to be like giving people a frame of reference for what he's talking about, and I think by showing a Theoden's speech, he's like and like the Eralangus and stuff, like he's referencing this stuff.
Let me just give some background on this. So basically, this takes place in like around 600, the year 600 of the Third Age. And so basically, this is a story about how the Rohirrim get displaced from Rohan by the Easterlings, and that's why you saw the Mamluks, or not the Mamluks. What are the elephants called?
The what, sorry?
What are the elephants called?
Oh, the Mumakil.
Yeah, the Mumikil. That's why they were shown there. So I think it's going to be a lot of Easterlings being shown. I think that'll be interesting because, you know, in the movies, they weren't really shown that much and we didn't get really to know them as the viewer.
There was an older tale.
Arise! We come with an offer to strengthen Rohan.
Hera, daughter of Helm, I, Wolf, seek your hand in marriage.
Our fathers speak as if I were not even in the room.
I do not want to marry you.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne. You will live to regret this, old man. He's dead. You will pay for this with your life.
Hold on, pause real quick.
Yeah.
Is this like a marriage thing between the Harad or the Easterlings and the Rohan people? Is that what's happening here?
Well, I think the female character is I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm pretty sure she isn't actually talked about that much in the writings, and so this is for sort of like in a way fanfic. It's like made up some of this stuff.
Who was the marriage alliance between though, like peoples wise?
That isn't I think it's between the I'm going to assume this. I think it's between the Harad and the Rohirrim.
That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, but that doesn't actually. That's not how this
so
actually occurs in the story. I'm pretty sure.
The internet says it's Dunland.
The Dunlendings.
Yeah.
I
don't know them very well. I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Well, I always assumed that it was people who came from the east and they displaced the Rohirrim, and that's why the Rohirrim went north for a couple 100 years, and then they.
That's why, like their stronghold in Helm's Deep is not like occupied usually.
Yeah. So
I think we're good to pause now.
Yeah, that's one.
I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
Fire!
There's so many of them. I pledged to fight for my king.
You know nothing of war.
I'm the fastest rider you have.
People need hope, Hera. Something to believe in.
My pride. My joy. You could rule.
I just wanted to comment on this one thing. That sea creature looked like I don't know if y'all would know
The
this,
what?
but
It's the
in
ones drawn on the
the
map in the corner.
in the Fellowship movie, I believe the
Oh
Watcher,
yeah,
the creature, I forget what it's called. The
the one outside the east door, right?
it's
Yeah.
like the creature in the water that's a Watcher or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines. It looked like that same species of animal. I think that's pretty
I
interesting.
think they're just called the Watchers in the water.
Yeah. I think you got to spawn on there. I'll pause it.
Well, I just looked it up.
You think I am afraid of you?
You should be.
What does Mordor want with rings?
Huh.
Huh. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that trailer.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
That
I didn't even know.
okay. Actually, I think
this
that's the
is
first time I've
the
seen
show.
any trailer for that show. Actually, I've seen like
Same.
frames and images,
Completely.
but I haven't
completely seen the trailer.
that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I want to know what studio it is that's animating it.
So it's the guy who did Ghost in the Shell,
Oh, okay.
Kenji
Oh, well,
Yana.
that's the producer. Or
Well, no,
who's
he's the
it?
director. It's the
He's the
director.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I want to know the studio. It's
Kenji Kamiyama or something was the guy.
It is
Kamiyama.
Kenji Kamiyama, and I think it's a Warner Bros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a
So
tradition,
I
like
don't
a.
think it's an actual anime. I think it's just
Technically,
an
since it's a
animation.
Western, yeah, it's a Western.
Because I'm pretty sure all the actors are also like well, not necessarily white, but not like all Asian.
Well, I mean, for the
It's just not
because
a-
it's dubbed. Yeah,
It's just not a
isn't it?
pure anime.
Yeah, is its original language English?
I want
I would
to say
assume.
yes.
Yes, I'm like 9% sure.
Okay.
Because it's produced by. Actually, yeah, no, it's produced.
Does not know.
It doesn't. It's in pure. Wait, Peter Jackson's the.
It
Producer.
says it's in English. It says English is the original language of the show.
Okay, so yeah.
I just looked it up.
I mean, the animation looks great.
Mhm.
As someone who doesn't know nearly anything about Lord of the Rings or any of the lore,
It's alright.
I mean,
You're just a child, after all.
it looks interesting. I'm not a child. It looks interesting.
A
I
little
mean, the plot.
15-year-old.
I'm not, Matthew. You're younger than me.
It's alright. It's alright.
Okay.
Kids just get to this point in their life where they want to be rebellious. It's
Let
alright.
the
Really?
man talk.
Is that where we're at right now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, yeah, thanks. I think the plot looks interesting. I mean, like, because it seemed like the two, like the main lead, the girl, and the guy that wanted to marry her, it seemed like they've known each other since they were little. There was that one scene of them practicing fighting as as kids. So like, I think that connection that they have is gonna like do wonders as it evolves and you see how this war turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a good I feel like there's a lot of good stories out there where there's like two factions, like almost not quite like Romeo Juliet, where there's like, I mean, kind of.
It's definitely a revenge based plot.
Well,
It seems very Shakespearean.
Yeah. But I just think it's very interesting how how they're using I would assume that the Dunlings are from the eastern areas of Lord of the Rings, and I also thought the last scene with the rings was the coolest part of the whole trailer, in my opinion.
It was pretty cool. That's it. I don't know exactly how that's going to tie into the story yet. Like, specifically this one. Like, obviously everyone knows where the ring leads to. But like...
So, no, what I think those pouches of rings were, I think they were the dwarvish rings that never really worked on the way that Sauron wanted them to.
Mhm,
And
the
so
seven.
he like in the story, we know he wants to get back the rings because he put his own power into them, and
Mhm.
so it's kind of like wasted power on the dwarves. Is not doing exactly what he wants, and so he's on like a mission to get them back, and so um,
Because the rings only increased their greediness and actually did not help Sauron in any way.
they weren't like the
Wasn't
9 rings of men doomed to die. They were like more so like the elvish ones where they didn't really
Yeah. The
affect him the
Narnia.
way they wanted him.
I don't know. Like, I haven't read the Silmarillion in full, or any like the Lost Tales. I don't know exactly which one this comes from, but so I don't know a lot about this story specifically. And I'm interested to see. I definitely will be watching it like when it comes out. It looks good. It looks cool.
think
Brian
it's-
Cox plays Helm Hammerhand, which is pretty cool. He's very famous. Pretty good actor.
I think this is one of the shows for Lord of the Rings content that I've been excited for in a while.
Because Rings of Power is terrible.
Rings of Power is terrible. There's
It
so
was
many
that
bad
bad?
things about that show that I won't even start. It's
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, the season 2, there's a reason why it's getting, review bomb.
Well, it's doing
Oh.
better technically than the first one.
Well, I mean, 30% of people didn't even. Only 30% of people finished the first season. So
Wait, is the second season already out?
Yeah.
yeah, the
Oh,
first 4
shoot.
episodes are.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you spend $1 billion on a TV show and you get really bad results. So, I mean, I don't know how many more things they can take like that.
I feel like I only really heard about the first season because it was like that show and like House of the Dragon for Game of Thrones. I feel like they
Mhm.
released around the same time, and they're both like they're both like TV shows. They're based on like they're based on existing media, but they are trying to tell an earlier story or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
both of
And-
them were like mid.
Was House of the
Well, I'd
Dragon
say
bad
Rings
too?
of
Okay, well,
Power
okay, so I've heard the
is-
new House of Dragon season is good,
Yes.
but
It
I
has a season 2?
Yes.
yeah, I started the first season and I got halfway through and thought it was just kind of boring and never finished it, but I'm going to give it probably a second chance here soon because I've heard the new season's good.
I agree with you with this on this one, Noah. I think the first House of Dragon season was just unbelievably boring. And like, the first season of Game of Thrones, you compare that with House of Dragons.
It's not
the
even
first
the
season,
same.
It's not the same level.
I still need
But-
to watch Game of Thrones.
But I think it's better than Rings of
Rings
Power,
of Power,
first season.
yeah.
So, but like that's like a really low bar.
It is a really low bar, but I don't know. I'm back on like War of the Rohirrim. The animation. I like the style. I'm excited. Definitely. I feel like one thing I have. It's not necessarily something I have, but I just kind of like to diffuse like maybe some like potential arguments. Like you were saying that the girl in the story is like not that focused about. Yeah.
Well, she is mentioned, from what I understand, she is mentioned in the Silmarillion. But
Mhm.
since she's mentioned so little, they kind of have creative freedom to make a
Mhm.
story about her.
Yeah, I feel like I would see some people. I don't agree with this, obviously, but I could see some people like, getting angry about this, like putting her to the forefront, like like the like quote unquote like woke targeting, and to that point, I just think it's dumb. like this is like this is like a story that isn't touched on very much, and she's a character that has like very little apparently mention, and I think giving that character some time to flesh out is like a really cool idea.
I don't think anybody in the community or in the in the community has had any problem with the fact that she is a woman lead.
I feel like you'd be surprised with
feel
like nerd
like-
communities.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like people have a problem with it when the media isn't up to par and they don't like it and they feel like it's not good, or like they feel like they have powers that nobody else in the universe has, and so I feel like that's a reason why a lot of people have those ideas.
Matthew, are you thinking of a specific piece of
I
media?
was
right
thinking.
now?
I think he's thinking of a
was
specific
thinking-
Yeah,
piece
I
of
think
media. I think
I
he's
think
thinking of one that may be called that rhymes with bar doors. If you know what I'm
Yes,
talking
Star
about.
Wars. I was thinking of Rey. I was thinking of Rey with Force healing. And on that note, in the new Rings of Power season, Galadriel has a Force healing moment.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she does in Lord of the
That's
Rings,
funny.
which is even wilder, by the way.
That is kind of weird.
Instantly heals an arrow wound.
Oh, cool.
that's fun.
But that's besides the point.
Does that ever happen?
And
I mean, like the elves are known to have like healing properties, I
Well,
guess.
yeah, but when Elrond heals Frodo, it takes him like a day or whatever, right?
Well, that is because he's healing a Morgul blade, like
yeah,
like
but
he's healing a
this is an
Morgul.
arrow with poison on the end of it.
I think Morgul like poison and just regular poison are definitely two different things, though.
I don't know. It kind of makes Elrond look like a wimp, though. He has 1,000 more years of experience, basically, or thousands more years of experience at this point.
I guess.
And
I do think it's
still-
possibly two different things, though.
I don't know. Although I do think that this bad guy character in this show could become
Wolf.
a ring wraith.
Oh, really?
Oh, you think?
Yeah, because they all aren't like the Witch King comes out in the year 1000, like the Witch King of Angmar comes out in the year 1000 of the Third Age. So, and this is like 400 years before that. So, very well that he could be that guy. Or
Really?
any ring wraith for that matter. Yeah.
So what is like the why exactly?
What do you mean, sorry?
Like why? Like what makes him like connected to like the ring wraiths?
Well, I just think, I think he's a susceptible character to something like that. And I think it would be totally believable that Sauron would use him as a tool.
Right,
Obviously, he's not a bad fighter. People follow him.
He ruled Brohan for a while.
Yeah, so
I'm
I
just letting you
think
know.
Sauron would see him as a perfect pawn in his scheme. So I would not be
He
surprised
does
if he was
just
one of them.
just from that like short trailer, obviously. But like when I'm assuming it was his father
Yeah.
died, like
Yeah.
I believe didn't the father he challenged the other guy to fight, right?
Thanks. Maybe. Well, I feel like we're missing context of that scene, possibly.
Well,
Maybe.
I think what happened in it is
Could have been a provocation.
the guy yeah, he was provoked. He was like, "Oh, you don't want my daughter to marry your daughter or to marry your son." I'm sorry about that one, folks. Sorry to get your hopes up. No, I'm joking. Yeah, what was I even saying?
Bro
about
lost his train of thought.
Gone.
Talking about like the challenging of the two fathers.
that? Yeah,
Matthew
so,
thought of a lesbian marriage and he was immediately sidetracked by everything else.
you know me, dog. Okay, gotta settle in here. You're throwing me off. What was I saying? Okay, what I was trying to say was that the king of Rohan at the time knew that the guy wasn't there for the marriage, or it wasn't out of that will, but he wanted the kingdom. And he knew that, obviously Lord of the Rings is based on sort of our own medieval rules and stuff like that. So he knew that the guy would basically get the land and stuff and not actually care about the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he punched him in the face, or he challenged him, and the guy accepted, and then
Bro's
died.
literally One Punch Man.
Literally. Some might say
Bro Sotama.
he serious side jumps.
Side jump. Oh man.
So I don't know. I don't know how many more thoughts I have about it just based on this trailer, but like just to kind of sum up my thing, I think it looks good, pretty much. I mean, the animation like it looks really solid. It was kind of the recording audio or quality made it so that it was like running at like a frame a second, so I couldn't like actually like see the fluidity of the animation. But from like the images I've seen, it looks very good. and I'm excited to watch it this winter. I think is when it comes out.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better than Invincible Season 2.
I agree, Matthew. I agree.
Supposedly, not everyone in the community thinks that way.
I'm pretty
but,
sure it's just you and
I
me
feel
and our
like it
other
is
friend.
just you guys.
Which
But
is
we have
why
very solid arguments. I'll be making a video essay about it at some
Will you?
point. I
we
will
will all
be.
be making a video.
I will be
essay.
making a video essay about it, disseminating the idea that Invincible Season 2 is good,
I agree.
and conveying a mass propaganda ideal that
Campaign.
Invincible Season 2 is trash.
I agree.
Okay.
Completely.
Thank you, and good night.
Not
All
yet,
right.
folks. Not yet. Not yet.
Not
Okay,
yet.
so what do we have next on the agenda?
Does anyone else have any
believe-
thoughts on that other thing before we continue?
I mean, I feel like you guys said your main thoughts. I don't have much to say,
Makes
as
sense.
I don't know a ton. All I can say, just from looking at it, I think it looks great. I think it's gonna be an interesting watch, and it'll probably be one of the only Lord of the Rings media I consume. So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I think the plot seems interesting enough. So I will probably end up watching it at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, other than that, I don't have much else to add about just anything really Lord of the Rings related. Lego
Bro's
game
an
is
empty
great.
book.
Yeah, he doesn't have many years of experience.
Oh my god, you're gonna keep up this joke about I'm so young, such a child.
Well, it's not a joke. It's
Okay,
reality.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
and that's
mhm.
all right. It's all right.
All right. Do we want to go on to our next
yeah, we
topic
can
that
we
we
can
have?
move on to the
Yeah.
next topic.
Which is that gamer news?
Yeah, I think let's start off and just like give everyone like an idea of our taste in games. Right?
Okay, yeah. Like what kinds of games you play?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what you enjoy to play.
I think we
before
all,
get
the
into that.
three of us, enjoy very different things actually.
I
Like
think
just
so
on
too.
our own. Especially Matthew Norton. Would you care to start, please?
Yeah, I'll start while you waffle in the background. Okay, so
Okay, pal.
I
I've
play
had waffles
some
for breakfast. It was
play
delicious.
some. I guess you
I
could
had
say
chocolate chip
some
pancake.
party games. Oh, chocolate chip pancakes.
He's really
They're
good.
fire. They're fire,
Really
but
good.
not as good as chocolate chip waffles. And I will stand and die on that hill.
No, I will say nothing to that. Like a good chocolate chip Eggo,
How
Yeah,
fast you went on to
yeah.
breakfast.
it's really good. Anyway,
is.
continue. Continue on with Matthew's gaming.
Okay, so I play
Matthew
some
game.
party. I guess you could say party sports styled games like FIFA. Well, I guess it's known as FC 25 now.
Did they
Which is
change
Oh,
it?
crazy to
interesting.
me.
They changed
They
it, huh?
changed the name because I don't know. It was a really dumb decision by FIFA on their side of things.
Hey, whoa! It's not called FIFA anymore, pal.
No, FIFA the organization,
Oh, okay.
the International Football Organization.
Gotcha.
So I played some FIFA. I played some Rainbow Six Siege back in the day. Not so much anymore because it's kind of gone downhill a little because they tried making it a little too competitive. And they made some changes to the game that just didn't make it fun. You know what I mean?
Fair
And it
enough.
killed the fun out of the game.
Killed the fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what happens
yeah.
with a lot of multiplayer games. They just they slaughter the fun in hopes of making
They
it
do
an
that a
esports,
lot.
even though it's never been an esport, and then it ruins the game for casual players.
Like
Um,
Overwatch 2.
I hate that game, and I will never be playing it. I'll never be playing it, folks, ever again, because that game was horrid. It is still horrid. It will always be horrid. And they're adding Second Tank back to the game. You wanna know why? Because
Because it was good.
Because it was good. Exactly. And Overwatch was never meant to be a 5-player game. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Come at him in the
we can-
comments.
We can move on to Caden.
Oh, me next?
Well, yeah.
Well, all right. So I'll preface this first by saying that I grew up as a Nintendo kid, right?
still a
I
kid.
had my had the classic, Wii, DS,
God, I love
So
the
I
Wii.
still the Wii
I
is
would
great.
kick a fat kid at Kmart for me to be able to get a freaking Wii. Let me just say that.
I have a Wii. You don't have to kick a fat kid at
Yeah,
Kmart
I
for
still
it.
own my Wii.
I don't. I said for me to get a Wii right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, I still stick with Nintendo. It's not as generic as some people think, though, where you hear like, oh, I only play Nintendo, and you think like, oh, he only plays Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda. No,
He
I like
does
those
play those
games.
games.
I do play those games, but that's not it. So, I mean, like, I prefer playing like super long RPGs. My
He's a
favorite game
Nintendo
ever.
elitist gamer.
My favorite game ever is Xenoblade Chronicles, and I didn't tell you guys this. I just started replaying it.
You did. You told me this.
Oh, I told you that, Noah? Okay.
Hmm
Could you explain
Just
to the audience, or maybe to people who don't know what Xenoblade
don't know.
Chronicles is?
Oh, it's so hard to explain.
It's a JRPG, right?
It is a JRPG, but it doesn't play like any other
What does the
games that I've ever
J
seen.
stand for in that?
Japanese.
Oh,
Japanese
okay. I was
role-playing
gonna
game.
assume that, but I don't. Can't be assuming
Um,
anymore.
It's so hard to explain. Basic plot-wise, it's a revenge story, but it becomes so much more. So,
So y'all should play it for yourselves,
you
those
should
viewers at home.
100%. It originally came out on the Wii, but they released a deluxe or like a definitive edition for the Switch. It goes on sale every once in a while. It's so good.
Does the
I've played
Switch
that game.
community ever complain about like certain games being remastered and other ones not being remastered, like the PlayStation community does?
I don't think so. I think there was a real people got upset when the Switch first came out because it mainly just started remastering Wii U games that came out like a few years prior,
Hmm
right? Just because the Wii U sold horribly in
Yeah.
comparison to the Wii and now the Switch. But nowadays it's like the past couple remasters. I just finished playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake. Uh, People were so hyped when that was announced, and it was a really good game. I mean, it didn't like add a bunch on, right? Like it was just a like graphics update and some quality of life changes. But I think like most people, when a game gets announced for like a remaster for the Switch, it's pretty like well-roundedly accepted. Not too many people get upset about it.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, I don't know if I have too much else to say. I love me some RPGs, and I can totally pour 100 hours into a play file, and it feels like a complete game. And sometimes playing games that are only like 15 to 20 hours, I feel like it's too short.
It's just our little role player, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
He
Okay.
loves role playing.
That sounded like an insult.
It very much was.
No, it wasn't. Dude,
It
you just
so
take
is.
everything the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gotta relax, man. Gotta relax. Okay.
Noah, I think it's your turn.
All
wanna-
right.
you wanna tell us about your-
So I am more of a like third person story game like kind of guy. Like some of my favorite games are like Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man game. I like the second and Miles Morales too, but like the first one like is like for me like it was the first game I played on my PS4 when I got it, like back in 2018. Because I had played the Wii for a very long time before that, and so like
You're stuck with only Lego games. for, like,
exactly, which I'll get on Lego games in a second, pal.
Like
Hold on,
13 years.
hold your horses, pal. But like Spider-Man has like a very like soft place for me, and then like Ghost of Tsushima, both Last of Us games, but specifically the second one, which I know is a hot take, but I love Last of Us 2. Come at me in the comments if you want to argue about it.
Where's my Demon Souls remake?
That was Dark Souls. It was Dark Souls.
Where's my Dark Souls remake?
It's
made by the same studio.
And then like the Arkham games too. Like I love the Arkham games and stuff.
Okay.
Those are some of like my top games. And then like I recently have been getting into more like RPG style games. Like I played a run of BG3 and I loved it because I played D&D and
That
it was
game
like
was great.
BG3
Let
was
me
really
say something.
good. And I'm probably gonna start a new one, like a new run of it soon. And so like I've been kind of delving into like the RPG like realm. Like I watched the Fallout show and I really liked it, so I started playing the one of the only good Fallout games like that I'm able to play on the PlayStation, which is Fallout 4, which I know people will say is not really an RPG,
That
but
game was
like
great.
I'm gonna say this, I don't care. And then also I started playing Skyrim, which is like I haven't really played either of those in a while because I just
Yeah,
got busy.
how far were
Let's
you into your
shut up,
trials?
Caden. Okay. Um,
Hey, we don't
like
tell
I
a
don't have to
little
disclose that.
child
I don't have to
to
disclose that
shut up.
information to you.
Yeah.
Um, and then like as Caden mentioned, spoiled earlier. I
Sorry.
also really love Lego games, like because I grew up with them. They have a soft place. They have a warm place in my heart.
I think a lot of gamers grew up with the Lego games, you know.
And I'm one of the few that still plays them.
Hey, they're great games. They're
I
great
recently
games.
downloaded Lego Marvel Superheroes, like the first one.
Although
Ooh.
recently those
I've been playing for
the
that.
newer Lego games have kind of been pretty
Yeah,
bad.
the newest Lego Star Wars game was like
That was such a
not
letdown.
the great. It was too open world, and like they tried like to redefine the genre too much.
They didn't do enough in the open world though for it to make
Yeah,
it a
well,
good open
okay, because
world.
like the levels were only like 10 minutes long, and there's
Yeah.
only like 36 of them or something. And so the game
Um,
wasn't the game's like actual like appeal to me wasn't very long, and then like the outside open world stuff wasn't engaging enough
yeah,
For
I
you to
personally,
stay,
as
yeah.
well.
I did not like that game.
I
First
did
of
pour
all,
100 hours into it. I will say that though.
first of all, I was so upset because so I got it. I bought it for my Switch. And first of all, Lego games, they don't run like the best on Nintendo consoles, but they run. They run. That's the thing. This game would crash anytime I tried to add a second player. And I feel like that's just very poor polishing for what was supposed to be like the next step in Lego games.
Oh, that's not just poor. That is unacceptable from a gaming
I
studio.
like I bought it, or no, I think I got it for my birthday because I was so excited about it. And I put it in and I tried to add a second player so I could play with my sister, and the game just crashed. And I did that 3 times before it finally ran with a second player, but then it crashed like 40 minutes later.
Yeah, no, it's just like it tried redefining the genre in a way that just was not fun. Like the whole third person element they're trying to do rather than just like kind of more like not top down, I would say, but just kind of like more like open camera, like 360 camera sort of like more like I don't know how you'd say like zoomed out, I guess. But they went with like a more like third person over the shoulder type thing, and like it just wasn't like it didn't feel
And they added
like a
combos to the combat.
yeah, like it was very like they tried to sophisticate the game, which for me the game's appeal was just the puzzles and like the Lego like models. Like I just loved like getting the Lego models and looking at them and
Guys,
like I thought they looked cool and then like
you don't if you don't. But that Lego sound when you were making the
the
things,
Yoda.
Oh,
The
when you're
building,
building stuff.
Yes.
building
Oh yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's a
the
good sound.
building was some of the best ASMR
hmm
I've ever heard.
And just like the puzzle, like the actual level like puzzle solving is just very cathartic for me. And
Yeah.
like I'll go back and just play old games because it's just like it's just more appealing. Like I recently played through the Lego Incredibles one, I think.
I never played that.
No, that one's pretty good. And also with this new one, they didn't have like a character customization system, and that was very
Ooh.
lame. Because the one right before it, the DC Supervillains one, which people don't like, some people are mixed about it. I actually like that one, and it has a really good customization system. And so to go from that like normal game formula with like the best customization system to like this game which tried to redefine it in like not a pleasant way and then didn't have like a more sophisticated customization system was very disappointing.
Well, they've got that I don't know if you guys seen much about this. They have the new Lego game coming out for Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever, the
hmm
PlayStation game. I don't know much about it. I was just surprised that that was like the IP they decided to go for a
Oh
new.
yeah, I remember seeing that. Like that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
think
don't
they'd make like
think
another Lego Marvel game?
I
That's what
just
I thought
don't
was gonna happen.
I think
So.
like the big appeal to Lego games is like, you know, you have an audience from like a movie, right? And then you bring that over into a game and it's meant to have like really interesting puzzles and interesting like I guess like story adaptations, but I don't know, the newer ones don't really have that. And like with the new Horizon Zero Dawn Lego game, like first of all, who's playing
Weird
that?
choice. Weird
Like,
choice.
The community doesn't cross over at all, so I don't really get what the appeal of that is.
Yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, it's just weird. And then like whole like Lego going into Fortnite was like kind of cool, but kind of weird also. Like that was a weird move.
Well, you can't really do anything like that I wanted to do with it.
Yeah,
We had grand
I think it's been
ideas,
fixed though since we like.
and then it didn't really work out. Sadly,
Yeah, I think it's been fixed since we last played it though. But like regardless, just like I don't know. This I thought personally, because we like the last game we got was a Star Wars one, and then like the one before that was a DC one, and I kind of figured they were gonna go like another Lego Marvel game, especially with how much Marvel content we've received since Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, I think was the last one. Like I think Endgame came out after that, so like they totally could make like an Endgame like.
I would have loved, because I loved Lego Marvel Avengers, where it
same.
plays through the first movie and then Age of Ultron. I would have loved another type of
one that goes through Infinity, and I think that
Infinity War and Endgame.
yeah, like and maybe even like made like maybe the first two movies as well, like did different things, like just to have like a whole like Infinity Saga Avengers game, which I feel like would have been a better move and would have caught like the nostalgia bait, of like which like the Skywalker Saga tried to do. With like trying to make like another complete saga, but did not do it.
7, 8, and 9 were not loved. So
well, even so, just because those movies aren't loved doesn't mean they can't make fun like little levels out of them. But like,
well, it obviously showed that they couldn't.
Well, no, they probably could have. That's the thing. They could have, but they didn't, because I know Lego's more capable than that, and they were just trying to do something different, and it didn't really work for me anyway.
Yeah, I mean. I think I think our game taste, we like cover literally almost all the bases.
Cover a lot of bases. Just
that one can cover.
We don't cover like anime dating games. I'd say that's one that does not.
Because we're not.
Is not covered.
Speak for yourself.
I think that.
I have been looking.
Never
no,
mind.
I kid you not. I kid you not. I have been looking for like a good dating sim just because I think it would be fun to try, but I can't find any.
I can't believe I brought it up. Know that this is not the opinion of the overall podcast.
No, this is the opinion of me.
Junkyard Incorporated does not condone the actions.
I wanted to see what it would be like, because I feel like there's such a stigma about it, as you just disowned my statement. And I feel like they're probably not that bad, and I want to just play like a visual novel type dating sim and see what it's like.
Like Episode.
No, not like Episode.
What's the Episode?
Like
that
the mobile app.
game.
What?
It's like you make this. It's kind of like, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's so weird.
It's like you barely are involved. You just like make random decisions sometimes, and like
gives you like 2 choices per thing. But
yeah.
You have to pay for the funnier choice or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really the genre you want to play.
No,
okay.
that is not. Don't even, because
this is
that's
like elitist. Like this is the weirdest elitist view ever.
Because would
Anime
you consider like mobile games in the same genre as
mobile games are pay to win? They're all pay to win.
Yeah. So like, you wouldn't say that like a genre of a mobile game is equivalent to a genre of like that's going on actual consoles and PC.
No, Caden's cooking. I'd say Caden's cooking.
You wouldn't say like okay, I'm sure there are mobile games that are like sports games, right? You would not base all your views on sports games just from like a mobile game. And so I don't feel like
yeah, but I wouldn't play an anime dating sim anyway.
Okay, so that's your choice. I'm not saying that, but don't let Episode, the pay to win mobile game that's not even, you don't win. You don't. You spend your time. You spend time.
So you spend time and money and you get nothing out of it.
Yeah, so I would not compare that to to dating sim visual novels that you actually have a team
I
of
don't know,
writers
I
coming
guess I
up with
just
stuff.
don't get the genre in its entirety because I don't know. Maybe I see this differently, but I would try and just date someone in real life.
Okay, yeah, you would. Okay.
That was messed up, Matthew. That was a messed
No,
up. That was messed up.
It wasn't meant to be messed up, but it just
I
came out
think
that way. I
my
was trying to make a point, but
the only way they appeal to me is that there are some like dating sim visual novels that are based on existing media and that you can follow through a different route. So you get to see how the story would have ended up had the main character not made a certain decision.
so it's like fanfic, so to say.
But like
to a degree.
officially made by the same studio, same author is involved.
So I guess I was wrong when I said that that we do not cover that. I kind of ate my words there a little bit.
Yeah, same. I guess we don't. I really thought we didn't cover that one. I was
gonna say also. I was also gonna
proud
say
host here
mobile
that we did.
games, but I'm also a mobile gamer.
Yeah, you with your Marvel Future
I play
Fight.
Marvel Future Fight.
Hey, that's a great game.
If y'all want to add me, go ask in the comments. The game is pay to win. That's 100% true.
Have you ever paid for
however,
Marvel Future
yes,
Fight?
I will say that I
you
have.
Oh,
I have.
Noah.
Sometimes you got it, bro. Sometimes you got it.
I never
This is
did
like the
back in the
Clash
day.
of Clans thing. Like, oh, you only need to pay $10 a month for the battle pass.
There's
and
a
then it's-
battle pass for Clash of
Yes,
Clans.
yes,
That's
there is.
crazy. That's
and then
crazy.
It makes it an enjoyable experience in which you only have to pay $10 a month. And it's like, bro, not only
Oh
are
my
you spending your
God.
time, but now you're spending $10 a month.
Because then it amounts to like that's $120 a year that you
Oh,
spent on
no.
Clash of Clans.
Oh, no.
Minimum.
Minimum. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, what else did we have planned? I guess, how much time are we thinking?
Yeah. What are we at?
Well, we have about like 5-10 minutes left. So
Okay, so
We have enough
can
time to
start.
watch the last trailer if we want to.
yeah. So
What was that other thing we were doing?
Captain America: The
Oh, that's
Brave New
right.
World, I think is what it's called now.
I'm
the
sorry,
Brave
what?
New World.
It
The Captain
was
America
called.
trailer
It
has
had a
come
different
out,
name before.
and I'll pull it up here for the folks at home, and we'll watch it in comments.
The movie had a different name before. It was like New World Order, I think.
Oh, okay. Marvel's been changing like the names of their unreleased stuff a ton before they've been
Yeah.
like that
So
Agatha show.
yeah. Oh my God! It's on the 3 name.
Yeah,
like-
I thought it was more than 3.
It's now. I think. Is it
It is
Coven of
Agatha.
Chaos?
No, it's Agatha. It was Agatha all along.
Is that what it is now?
Yeah.
Because it was Coven of Chaos or something at
So
one
did they
point.
just gaslight their community with a title?
They could have. There was a theory I saw where they were like, they were just pretending to change the title so that they could say it was Agatha all along, like the song at the end of WandaVision.
That's so dumb.
But like, I
I
don't
never
care
even
enough.
watched WandaVision.
WandaVision was good.
It was good.
I liked that show.
Yeah, but Marvel had like an error for me where I haven't watched anything from.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
The
I've
last-
seen some stuff.
The last
I think the
Marvel
last
thing
Marvel
I watched
movie I
was
saw-
She-Hulk.
The last Marvel movie I saw was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, same.
I still haven't seen that.
And that was
Really?
with-
And I
well,
feel like it's
saw it
out of
twice.
theaters now.
I've seen it twice. I've seen it with.
It was good. I
I've
liked
seen
it.
with Noah, and I saw it with my girlfriend. So
I
was
thought
pretty-
it was good
I liked
personally.
it. I liked it.
I think. I don't know. I thought it was
Okay.
good.
All right, are we about to
Yeah.
see what's going on in this Brave
We'll talk
New
about
World?
Marvel
the
after
trailer.
this.
Now I represent all of America, Wilson. I will need you to rebuild the Avengers. Being the symbol for all of them out there. It takes sacrifice.
Sir, I know how this must look. Let me.
I think
The
it's a
villain's
pretty
still a weird
interesting choice to use Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk.
Okay, so here's the thing. So he's playing General Ross, who was being played by a different actor. I can't remember his name, but he died recently.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is a recast actually.
rip the homie if he was a good guy. I guess.
I have no idea of his character, but this is a recast. this is such an interesting premise. Like
Mm.
Captain America and Bucky Barnes versus the Red Hulk is such like a weird
Is
like.
that the premise they're trying to set up?
I think the
Or
leader is also in this actually. I think he's the main villain.
so
But
it's a Hulk movie without being a Hulk movie.
yeah, also I think it's weird that the Hulk, like the Red Hulk, looks like
It's just
Harrison Ford.
Ford.
Like in the original Avengers movie, and even like the original Hulk movie, like the Incredible Hulk, like the Hulks
With,
didn't really look like their
Edward Norton?
actors. Yeah, like the Hulk, like and now like the Hulk looks like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, they changed it. What in Infinity War?
No, because he was still like the Hulk. Professor Hulk was in Endgame.
No, but I'm trying to think. Did Thor Ragnarok? Was that when they already Did they switch it over to be Mark Ruffalo's face?
I
No.
will look at it.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think. No, it's not. It's not Ruffalo's face.
Right.
No,
So
it's not.
now
It's not
his-
Ruffalo's face.
But now it is.
Yeah, now it is, and it looks kind of low key bad in my opinion. And they just made like the Red Hulk kind of look like.
It's just Harrison Ford.
Well, I
He's
really
Harrison
liked
Ford.
Edward Norton's Hulk. I mean, I guess some people didn't, but I did.
I like the design.
And I liked that whole movie. I thought him fighting Abomination was pretty cool.
I just don't think Mark Ruffalo is a good Bruce Banner anymore. I don't know what happened, but
I never really thought he did. I liked him. I liked him in the first one, but I always liked Edward Norton more. I never really understood why they went away from him. I guess it's because he didn't seem smart enough.
Like his portrayal of Bruce Banner wasn't.
Yeah, but like I don't know. On the other hand, I thought he was smart. He just wasn't,
I haven't seen the Incredible Hulk in a long enough time to really comment. So
Yeah, I saw it once. It was just on TV, and I was like, I guess I'll sit down and watch this. But that was like 8 years
was
ago at
pretty
this point.
So I think I saw it again a couple months ago. But we'll press play on the trailer.
Investigate. What if it's a trap? The world has turned against itself. Whoever's behind this, I want us to get close to it.
Sam Wilson. This is world's truly facing. Global power is shifting.
Giancarlo Esposito.
And you're just another empty symbol.
Was that was that Gus from?
Yeah,
That was.
Okay.
When this is over, we have to look at that freeze frame again or like back right before you unpaused it, because I swear I saw an actor I recognized, and I want to see if that's.
I don't really understand who Captain America is. Is it supposed to be Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, okay, spoiler alert, I guess, but Captain America dies of old age, like Steve Rogers,
Was that
and then
confirmed?
yeah,
Okay.
like they have a funeral and everything.
Oh, I completely forgot.
And
that.
then Sam Wilson, the Falcon, like they grapple that whole like show with him becoming the new Captain America, and now he is. So
that's what I don't like about Marvel. They just expect you to. Okay, I haven't seen the movie. I'm basing this on a trailer, previous things, but they just expect you to have seen literally every single piece of content. And as a casual fan, I'm not going to.
yeah, the problem is that like you're reliant on like having seen a certain show sometimes, and like not everyone like. I think if it was all like you had to see a certain movie before watching like a certain other movie, like that'd be one thing. But like having to see a show to watch a movie to watch another show is just very very
I agree.
poor storytelling in my opinion.
I think that's the problem when they make the. I don't mind having like crossover movies like the Avengers. Whenever you have an Avengers every once in a while, that's good. But I feel like you should try and have some more solo films that stay solo films for a bit.
Every movie is a crossover film now. It feels
At
like.
this point, yeah, where there's always some sort of like a
I
character
like
shows up.
Deadpool and Wolverine, but it was the definition of a cross. I guess it was always meant to be a crossover movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, but like they took it to the max. they had Wade Wilson, not Wade Wilson. Wait, it is
We will
Wade
not.
Wilson's.
We won't spoil that one because that one's more new. But
But like the problem is they keep going back to that format where it's basically just crossover movies because the times they didn't, like Shang-Chi, was its standalone thing, and then like
you
there's
mean
been no
Shang-Chi?
need- That's not how you pronounce it.
You mean Shang-Chi?
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
It's Shang-Chi.
It's definitely not, but
I don't think the Marvel pronounces it like Shung.
did you? I swear to God, because that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
I'm sure, but I don't think Marvel does.
Anyways, that was
Like,
its
who
own thing,
cares?
and then no one like it's not been heard from since. And same thing with like Eternals. So they need to they're I think they want to try and have these more solo films, maybe, but then they just don't because they don't work. No one's going to see them.
Well, I think it's because they make them about characters nobody cares about. You have to know who your audience is. I mean, is this
But like
or is this-
no one
this-
cared about Iron Man back in the day.
that is. There were a lot of. He was one of the main Avengers in the old comics. I disagree
Yeah, but
with that
no,
completely.
but no. They had to
Iron Man
literally
wasn't a very
introduce-
popular comic character, though.
They had to introduce him to the general public so that people would go see that movie. But for the longest time, Marvel was known just for Spider-Man, Hulk, and
So people who don't know
I-
this,
I want to say Wolverine.
Iron Man is my favorite superhero,
Okay.
and I've
I
always
wouldn't
loved
say it was
Iron Man.
Wolverine.
Would you not say it's Wolverine?
The most popular heroes for a long time was probably
Superman.
Spider-Man and did you say Superman?
Yeah.
No,
I
I
also
said
say probably the
Batman.
Fantastic Four.
No, I said Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine.
I don't think that those three are the.
Are you
I think
sure? 'Cause
Superman, Batman.
Pretty sure
and
it's
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four.
think early 2000s, the animated shows, Wolverine was in all of those. And then early 2000s, X-Men was big.
I was
I'm
thinking
not
just
buying
like
Fantastic Four.
from the 60s on, like to the before Iron Man came out. You're saying right before
No.
Iron Man came out?
I'm thinking
I'm
Batman
saying, yeah.
was way more popular than the Fantastic Four.
Can you shut your
Wait.
mouth, bro?
We were talking about Marvel, Matthew?
Well, yeah, no, we're talking about overall comic characters.
I guess you're right,
No, we-
Caden. My outside source tells me that it was Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine.
Wow, it's crazy that I just know stuff sometimes.
I didn't realize that was interesting. The Hulk is the one that made the least amount of sense to me personally.
Seriously?
But, yeah. I guess that's
Wow.
why they made a movie about him.
Yeah, 'cause they made that one first before
guess
the
so.
Iron Man. I mean, well, there was Spider-Man, and then there was
Well, for a long
There was also
time,
X-Men.
I guess the X-Men had just come
out
out as well,
not
like 7 years before.
declared as like lore accurate or whatever.
It is now.
It is now. Okay.
Incredible Hulk is now part of the lore because they introduced Abomination from it, and they already had like characters that were in it.
Okay, let's finish
from
this
the movie,
trailer.
so-
Yeah, we should
and then
probably
we can get
we
back
can
to
discuss
this
more.
You don't know what this is.
Okay,
There's like
where did you
20
want me to go
seconds
back
left.
to?
Yeah, is there more?
Is there more?
Maybe there is.
Oh, they have a 20-second outro. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. By the way, just quick thing here. This is the worst casting in Marvel history, in my
It's
opinion.
okay.
I don't think it's the worst casting in Marvel history, but I don't think it's like particularly good. I wish he would just shave his mustache.
Yeah, so keep
just
it-
for
keep it
once.
paused real quick. I wanted to see go back to like around 35. Oh,
Oh,
you're
That
serious?
shot looks terrible. What the hell?
Go back to around like
That's a
35.
terrible shot.
Wait, but wait, hold on 1 second. Who is
Oh.
this?
That's okay.
It's
So
US
that's
Agent,
Russell something.
Russell.
So
Wilson.
he
No.
was like he was the main antagonist of the Captain or Falcon Winter Soldier show. He was like a fake Captain America.
It's
This
who the
is like
government.
this is exactly what we don't want. And
That is terribly greenlit. Oh my god.
no,
it's
the
or
green
CGI
screen,
in
I
the
meant.
background or the green
That-
screen in the
that
background.
green screen is so bad.
horrid. That building
It's so bad.
looks like garbage. Okay.
Well, no,
So
there's
Matthew,
not
just-
those two scenes. There's not
35.
even the same lighting.
35.
Yeah, somewhere around 35. It's a scene in a car. Yes, that guy. Isn't that Schmidt from How I Met Your Mother? Or not How I Met Your Mother.
No.
That's wrong. New Girl.
No, that's not him.
Is that not?
No, that's a young actor. This guy's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's in the Falcon Winter Soldier
That
show as
looks-
well.
Looks young enough.
Yeah, maybe if he shaved and turned 10 years younger.
Whatever.
If anything, I thought at first it was the John Bernthal at first, and then I realized it was somebody else.
Winston Schmidt, TV kid.
Oh wait, no. So the actor's name, that guy that's in the green screen, the actor's name is Wyatt Russell. The character is U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
But
And Matthew, it's who the government wanted to be Captain America, while Steve Rogers wanted Falcon
Yeah.
to take up the mantle.
Yeah.
The government said, "Actually, we're gonna go with this guy."
We're going with U.S. Agent, but then he like killed a guy,
Yeah, like brutally.
like brutally killed a guy, and so then like a lot of stuff happened.
Spoilers for
my
Captain
problem with
Winter-
this is
or
like
Captain America Winter Soldier.
my problem with this is the Red Hulk looks so much like Harrison Ford.
He also
does
like
nobody
looks really
put-
red.
How does nobody put 1 and 2 together
Oh.
that Harrison Ford is the Red Hulk instantly?
Well, isn't there not a scene of him turning behind the speaker's podium? Like I feel like they know, don't they?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I feel like it'll be revealed, and then it'll be a problem. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time identifying the plot of this movie.
Well, I think it's like Insurgents versus.
Go to that shot. Hold on, that shot of the Red Hulk with the.
Oh god.
That looks really bad.
I just think the background just looks really pixelated, like unbelievably pixelated.
That looks really bad. That looks like an AI generated
this
image.
Is in 1080p, by the way, folks. This is horrid. Like the detail on this. I mean,
It looks like an AI generated image. Why does his face look like that?
He's
it's
angry.
because he's having to take a large dump in the bathroom.
It looks like around his eyes you
he
can
got out
see
of
his normal
Taco
skin
Bell.
color.
Got out of Taco Bell and he had to take a large dump. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like
the edge of his hair.
I'm just like not okay. The problem is that the movie itself looks. I don't even actually know because I can't really tell what the plot is.
Yeah, me neither. Actually. I
But
don't know what
like
the trailer
I
is
don't
meant to be.
like I don't know what's actually going on, and I'm pretty sure Red Hulk's not the actual villain of this movie.
I feel like
it's-
they're just trying to set it up. But like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be revealed that it's like
the leader.
probably
I think.
Giancarlo Esposito's character.
Well, no, he's playing some random like villain. I can't remember.
I thought it was
Hold
an
on.
original. I thought it was an original character.
No, hold on. I remember looking it up, and they're like people thought he was gonna be the leader, or like people even thought he was gonna be Doctor Doom, and then they revealed he's playing Gus Fring. Wait, hold on. When I look up the cast for Captain America: Brave New World, it says he's playing Gus Fring,
No way.
From Breaking Bad.
but he's
Breaking
playing
Bad
the
is-
Breaking Bad character.
Breaking Bad is canonical to the MCU.
Dude, that'd be wild if that's
They
true.
take place in the same universe.
He's
Okay,
selling
so he's
drugs, and
playing a
Red Hulk
character
is getting
called
his
the
way.
he's playing a character called the Sidewinder,
That's okay. Yeah.
Who is-
sure,
who
sure he
cares?
is.
and
cares?
yeah, exactly. So in the comics, he looks like a reptile man. It looks like
Oh God.
Yeah, as
Here-
you can see,
he looks
what's
so
his
dumb in the
name?
comics.
Giancarlo Esposito.
yeah, Don Carlo Esposito is definitely a lizard man. If you look at him. He looks
So in the
just
comics, he looks like Red Skull. Okay, his face is like Red Skull with like a yellow thing in the middle of his forehead, with like a like a what are those like Dilophosaurus like frills,
Nobody
and then
knows what you're
like
talking about right now.
and then like DC's like Atom suit, but with like Aquaman's arms and a cape.
Okay. If that didn't help you, just look up an image of what his character is supposed to be.
So no, my point here is that Giancarlo Esposito in this
Yes.
movie looks
Looks.
everything like that.
Yeah. No, I mean perfect.
A guy in a
perfect
jacket,
replica.
same
Yeah.
guy.
Well, I mean,
With what appears to be a revolver.
Yeah.
Or he looks like it's actually a rifle in some shots.
But this is clearly in the shot, not a rifle.
hey, you don't know.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't
you
know. Like,
can't
I want to
have a
have like I
rifle.
want to maintain some vestige of hope, but The more I think about this trailer, the more I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on. Like,
I think my issue is
I
that
just
I'm not
think
just
I don't want to watch this.
I'm just not super excited, so I'm probably
Yeah.
not gonna make an effort to go out to the theater to go see
yeah,
this.
yeah. It just like it doesn't like look like anything, and like the weird like the Red Hulk versus like the Falcon or like Captain America Falcon and like Bucky Barnes is just a bizarre, and then Sidewinder's just a random villain.
Who they're trying to make him seem like a super important guy, because they cast a big name actor.
Yeah.
But like I think it might have worked like obscure reference. Like,
And you know he's gonna die in this movie. Like,
well, Marvel just kills all their villains.
like
It's
this
just-
guy, like the Sidewinder's not making it past this movie.
Nah, this guy's gonna be the
He's
next
dying
Thanos.
first scene he's in. They paid $50 million for one scene or whatever.
This guy's gonna be next Thanos. Just you wait.
Oh, okay, the Sidewinder.
Yeah, the next Avengers movie, it's not gonna be about Doctor Doom at all. It's gonna be it's gonna be
Who is
about
Yeah,
Doctor
I
Doom?
don't
We
know.
don't need
Like,
Doctor Doom.
we're in a weird limbo state with the MCU where I can't tell if it's gonna get better or worse. Because like I'm not optimistic about the Fantastic Four movie. I know some people are. I'm
like
not.
I like the practical effects for the thing.
I do like that. I'm not a big fan of the costumes. Like I like I like that they're like the '60s costumes, but I don't like that the shoulder pieces like the shoulders are also white as well as the neck. Like it doesn't really like
Yeah.
look how the comics do. Like
I don't
like
really
what they were
like
going
that
for.
the thing is wearing a shirt.
Yeah, neither do I. It's very
It
disturbing
just
in a
looks,
weird way.
it just looks wrong and feels wrong. I don't know.
I do think that they're
Yeah, I just
probably
imagine him
going
shirtless.
to. I think that they're probably going to change costumes by the end of the movie. Like I don't think
Probably.
they're permanent.
They're gonna try and connect it somehow, and then they'll be like
I just wish
modernified. Or
Pedro
something.
Pascal would shave his dang mustache.
That works for like an older Reed that's been doing it for a while, but
And the other thing with Reed Richards is that I don't know for an actor like Pedro Pascal, he usually plays like more charismatic people, and I would not say Reed Richards is like
no, he's your little autistic scientist guy.
yeah, he's
That
like
is wild, folks.
well,
He's
Caden
your-
can say that. Caden can say that.
Oh,
Caden
yeah,
can say that.
can say that. He's a
I can
level
claim.
one.
I did get.
But like he's very like I don't know, he's kind of like weird, and he's like very scientific and very like very matter of fact, and I don't and like from what I can tell, even like the promo images, like this new Reed Richards kind of like seems to embody more of just like a very like relaxed, laid back vibe, which is not something that is Reed Richards to me.
Well,
I think all
obviously
the-
we don't know what the plot of the movie is going to be, right? So like they could be
Mhm.
super advertising this like 60s feel or whatever, and then
Mhm.
there might be some sort of tone change in the movie. We don't know. Do we know anything about the plot at all?
Not really.
About
Like,
what
it's-
movie?
About Fantastic Four. We just know the cast, right?
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We know the title
I
as
have no
well.
clue what-
It's like the next steps or something.
So
yeah,
is
we
this
don't-
supposed to be like a restart, like a restart?
No.
Or like
I
is
think
this
it's just
supposed
going to be some multiverse stuff about this other universe with Fantastic Four, and then eventually they'll be pulled into the main MCU.
What I do know is that Galactus is the villain,
Okay.
which
We're starting
hopefully
off
they do a
big.
good Galactus.
I can't wait for Cloud
like the
again.
Cloud
Big old Cloud,
Galactus.
yeah.
That's hilarious. Cloud
And
Galactus.
then I think as well the female Silver Surfer, not like a female version of Norrin Rad, but like the other like Silver Surfer who's a girl, Shala Nar, is that her name?
I don't know.
Wait, there are two Silver Surfers.
Yeah, so there's Norrin Rad and the Shala Ball, who's the girl,
We
and
shouldn't really
she's
be surprised that there's two versions of a Marvel character.
Well, no,
Yeah, no.
I've never heard of this version of Silver Surfer before.
yeah, no, and so she's the one that's gonna be in the movie.
Okay.
And that's I think pretty much the majority of what we know. Which like that just sounds like the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer movie.
I was literally I was looking for something to watch last night, and I went on Disney Plus, and I saw the Fantastic Four movies, and like I'm gonna be honest, I liked them when I watched them when I was little, and I was really like thinking, I was like, maybe I put it on and just start watching because I feel like
I like the
I feel
first
like it
one.
won't be bad. I
Okay.
feel like it won't be that bad.
The one thing I'm also kind of just concerned about is that the director for this movie, he's only got like one other movie credit, pretty much, and it was not well received.
Ooh,
So
okay.
how did he get this movie? Was he like
Maybe Marvel liked
right place,
what
right
he did with
time?
that last one.
I don't know, actually. That's a really
Wait,
good question.
isn't this like the third director for this movie?
Yeah, it's Matt Shackman
Okay.
is the director for this movie.
He has a
Alright,
problem
well,
with
I mean-
shagging too much in his movies.
No, Shack. It's like a K, not a G.
That's
if you
wild.
learned the English language, you would know that.
Wow, making fun of people who can't speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
making fun of
pretty-
you.
way-
I'm making fun of
way
you,
dumb.
Matthew Norton.
No, he's making fun of, for listeners who don't know, Noah makes fun of people who can't speak English.
No, that's not true. We are not splitting this.
Like,
We're not
he
spreading
goes-
slander
He goes
on the
to
first
France,
episode.
He goes to France and he gets mad at people who can't speak English.
Well, getting mad at the French is always a fun thing to do, but like that's
I'll
not.
agree with this. They
That's not what. I,
deserve it. They
that's
deserve
not
it.
what I do. That's not what I do.
They deserve it. They
Do
can't
we have any
even
other-
like
oh,
they can't
go
even
ahead.
make a baguette correctly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Okay,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
did you
whoa,
say
whoa,
the
yeah.
French can't make a baguette?
That's a crazy statement. They can make a damn baguette, my brother.
Yeah, I just
if anybody
don't like
can.
it.
Anyways, I think we're kind of rambling.
I think
at
the
this point.
Italians are better at making bread than them, but that's just my
What
opinion.
do you mean? Okay, okay.
And that's true. That
Do we have
is
any other
just true.
topics relevant, or I mean, things to say that are relevant to the trailer we just watched?
No.
I don't. I mean, we kind of we talked about the trailer and that
We are
went
kind
off to a
of
whole
running
nother.
to our stopping point here.
We
in
are.
terms of
That's why I brought
time.
it up.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Final thoughts. This movie looks kind of bad, or not even just bad, just like kind of mid. I don't know.
Just meh. Yeah.
I don't care
know.
to see it.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right. Well.
What an episode, folks! What a,
Yeah,
what
dude,
a first
this-
episode.
the first of many.
The first of many episodes. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it all the way through.
Yeah,
And
That's pretty
remember,
cool.
And remember, junk it out.
No.